I said AYOO. I said AYOO. I said AYOO. One man army against 50, bro. I stand on
Time out.
Used to be scared of thrillers.
In other words,
The Cowboys haven't beat a team above 500. They beat a team right at 500.
But no, it's hard. It's hard because then they wouldn't even play in the conference championship.
Hey, forget all that. This whole year, and it ain't about fantasy, it's about the facts. No, that's not the thing. That is not the thing. You never.
We just went viral for the wrong reasons again.
Do you realize it all comes back to fraud? You was trying to see how we feel about that situation? Nah, and Blake Hall.
I said AYOO.
Yo.
Say man. I swear, living.
Hey man, feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all see the live on Instagram? Are y'all able to see it?
For sure. Yes, sir.
This year is about expanding. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hey man, it's April. We in the third week of April, man. We halfway through April, so you know what that means. NBA's ramping up. There's NCAA football, college news. There's NFL news. We're gonna get straight into the payments. We're gonna start with the college boys. I guess the biggest headlines so far in the college realm is Nico. He's dropped out he's hopped in the transfer portal for Tennessee because he wanted $4 million on his NIL, which is a bump up from the $2.4 million he was getting. He hopped in the transfer portal. I mean, essentially, we're given it's just building up on that power that college athletes are getting now, thanks to the NIL. So, how do you feel about how this is going to? I don't think he got a team. He ain't landing with.
They say he's basically going to UCLA now. They said it's for short.
UCLA is going to pay him. Are they giving him the $4 million? No, he said
less money.
Nope.
Oh, he's getting less than 2.4?
Did y'all see his new excuse?
Yeah, I mean, in California,
his new excuse was. Go ahead.
And that Cali taxes.
New excuse is
got himself in the foot.
It was Tennessee's offense while he leaving out the money.
What? Tennessee? That gun wide is he shell? That gun wide. I think the problem was him. They have weapons at receiver. You got Dylan Sampson, SEC Offensive Player of the Year, and he's blaming the offense because he wanna scramble on 4th and 5 with no time left against an unranked Arkansas team down 5.
Yeah.
That's why he gonna blame Tennessee for that. Nah, bro, I can't let him do that.
I absolutely can't.
I think it's unfortunate, only because I don't believe his decisions on waiting for $4 million was all on him.
I feel like his camp has definitely talked him into a hype that isn't necessarily there yet.
Yeah.
You got to benefit in the SEC. In the SEC of all places, 1, 2. You handed the ball to Dylan Sampson 20 times a game, at least on average.
Bro.
And he did something with it, no matter the fumbles. You probably threw 2-3 deep balls, accurate deep balls a game. Other than that, 3rd and long, you're abysmal. So why $4 million? Who talked you up into being valued at $4 million?
Right.
Let's take it back to one of our favorite shows, Smack your daddy, nigga. That's what he needed to do. He needed to smack his daddy. What is wrong with you? Because that's bro. You went from Tennessee was never gonna be anything. Let's just call it what it is. But to UCLA?
What'd you say about Tennessee?
It was never gonna be anything.
I don't know about that.
I can't go for that.
I can't go for that either. I'm not gonna lie. They beat Bama.
They were in the playoff.
They beat whatever. Yeah, they were in the playoffs. Like the SEC.
So is Arizona State? Y'all think Arizona State gonna be something?
No, Scatterball's gone. Other than
I
that,
think-
what recruits they getting?
I don't think
Again, Tennessee was never gonna be nothing.
Nah, that's I don't think so.
I think they had a chance. I think they definitely had a chance. But I think what's wrecking it for him is like not only is his college career in jeopardy, like you're already showing the NFL in their eyes you're difficult to work with.
Yeah.
You know, the narrative is never going to be about the program. So who knows what has happened for it to be shiesty in Tennessee? Who knows what happened, you know, behind the scenes? But that doesn't matter in the eyes of NFL general managers. Like they all they're looking for is one or two problems, and you're actually history. So,
Don't they
I
go through
hope
this every year?
yeah,
NFL.
I hope it wasn't the parent. I hope there was some genuine like search for more money, instead of it being greed from outside sources that affected his craft. So
Yeah, cause yeah, back to the like who gassed him up. Because like I mean we talked about the quarterback draft class next year. We don't really know who's going to be the guy outside of Arch Manning if he comes out, or just college football in general. We don't know who's going to be those top quarterbacks in general. I mean outside Arch Manning maybe, but you look at Nico's stats. He had threw for 19 touchdowns.
mm-hmm.
8 of them came against UTEP and Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
10 of his 19 touchdowns came in non-conference play.
Trash.
You threw 9 touchdowns in SEC play. You threw 0 touchdowns against Georgia, 0 touchdowns against Ohio State on that mollywhopping in the college football playoff. 0 touchdowns against Florida, 0 touchdowns against Arkansas when you scrambled on 4th and 5 with no time left, down 5 in the red zone. And he's thrown over 200 yards only twice in conference play. So that's no, bro. I can't. That's the Tennessee team. They are very much. Maybe the offense didn't fit him. Maybe that's what he's saying. But I mean, the skill gap was on him. Like he did not perform at all. And so for him to think he can go get $4 million, I don't know whose numbers he's looking at to where he feels like, you know, he's that guy. Because I mean, what was Shedeur? Shedeur probably was getting like what? I think we looked up. Let me see.
I don't think we did.
He was getting
around 6'7". 6.
it
But
was
he
'cause
played
I was
like
Archie
he
Manning
can
was
get
like-
6'7".
No, he played like his last name is Sanders also.
That
Yeah,
too.
That comes
too.
with something.
Shedeur was estimated around 6.5.
So he was the highest paid. Archie was still higher paid.
Arch was getting money on the bench. What we talking about?
Yeah, that's different.
Right, he was living a life.
Nico asking for more money is like Mitchell Trubisky asking for NIL.
Cam
They
Moore
had
was getting
the same
2.1.
stats.
Yeah.
They had the same stats, and $2 million in college, bro. Like
It's greed, bro.
That is greed.
It's just
You
greed.
didn't give me $2 million worth of a season.
It's not, bro. It's not, bro. Tennessee, if he played like the 2.4 million he was getting, Tennessee very well would have won the SEC clip right out. They would have won it right out, and they probably would have. They would still would have lost that first round matchup, but they would have been a lot better, you know. So
yeah,
but this is what college football is coming to. This is what like we talked about college basketball, transfer portal, NIL, and it's dampering the sport. I mean, in my opinion, you know, I feel like kids shouldn't be worrying about money. Like you don't have bills. Like everything you have is covered under your scholarship. Like
yeah.
not like you got to look for somewhere to stay. None. Like you're actually taken care of at these big schools, and maybe he thinks he's not going to the next level. He's trying to milk NIL out for what it is now, but it's unfortunate for the sport, man. And I don't. Like I said, it's going to get wild before it gets better. Yeah. So it's going to get very much so extreme. Speaking of Shedeur, though, him and Travis Hunter are getting their jersey tired at Colorado for 2 years in Colorado. 0 Big 12 championships, 0 Pac-12 championships, 9-8 conference record play. They must be the greatest Colorado football players to come out.
Well, let's not say that because Travis Hunter won the Heisman, so I can respect that.
But that's not their first Heisman.
It's
But
not.
he should
But
definitely.
is it their first Heisman retired too?
I don't know. He wasn't born
The
yet?
first Heisman, the Heisman Trophy winner is.
Okay.
You're thinking of the quarterback that doesn't have his number.
I was thinking of Rashawn
quarterback.
Salam. No, I was thinking Rashawn Salam. That was the Heisman Colorado's last Heisman winner.
I think he got his number retired.
Yeah, I think
Pretty
Salam got his
positive.
number retired. But that was like what, 95, 96? So
I don't.
did that really apply?
Shedeur. I mean, when you pass the vibe test, I guess that's all you need. Not all seriousness though. I think
One hit record.
Yeah, if he makes another song, I'm gonna lose it. I think it's also because he like kill every single season record at Colorado.
I don't know. I mean, even if he did, what does that mean to you?
Doesn't that get your shit retired out of school?
No.
So you think Ole Miss gonna retire your Jackson Dart jersey?
Yeah, no.
Do Ole Miss even have national championships? So what can you base it off of?
What does Colorado have?
They have a national championship.
They have a national championship.
Way back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that too far back though, in the 90s.
Boy,
That ain't got nothing to do with no jerseys being retired.
that compared to like
Yeah, no, like it no.
But I'm saying if your school, I mean Colorado, but he brought up Ole Miss and said, what else is it from Ole Miss? It's not like they got national championships. I'm pretty sure Eli Manning jerseys
but that would mean Colorado would have a higher standard, right? That's what you're saying.
They have a higher standard now.
Yes and no, because they were some dog shit before they got there. They were some dog shit. And I guess because he's a high draft pick too. Well, we don't even know. The draft hasn't even happened yet. So I guess just because of a single season record and your daddy the coach.
So you're justifying this. You're justifying that their jersey should be retired in Colorado.
Oh,
I think Travis Hunter is justified.
Should Shiloh get his
Shut the
jersey
fuck
retired?
up, please.
Nah.
He missed too many games.
Retired, bro.
Nah, he missed too many games.
There you go. That's the first joke. First
If
joke.
you get kicked out of more than one game, then you can't get your jersey retired.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm looking up. See, and that's where we're.
I mean, do I think Shedeur should got his jersey retired? Of course not. But I think if they make an excuse, that's the only excuse they can come up with.
I think Travis Hunter should be the only one personally.
Yeah, hands down.
I think I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Unless Shedeur go number one overall.
So I'm looking at all of the numbers of the jerseys retired before.
Mm-hmm.
They was outside of. Go ahead.
Rashawn Salam, they were like before face masks were invented.
Yeah, facts.
So I think it is a great move for the Colorado football program to do that because they're trying to show life into the Colorado football program. Period.
Okay.
They're trying to create a tradition. They're trying to create a newborn legacy. Like they're trying to get the Colorado football tenacity out of the grave.
You know what that's gonna take?
Shedeur and Travis are the primary reasons for that.
Hands down.
If they don't transfer to Colorado, Colorado would have never saw TV last year or the year before. The year before. 2 years ago, we would never saw Colorado on no. By show of hands, anybody watch Colorado play a football game before Shedeur and Travis showed up? No.
Like how before we talk about? How far before? Because maybe on accident, not on purpose.
He was playing Oregon or Oklahoma.
You never did that. I'm gonna go and be honest. I didn't even know the mascot of Colorado before they showed up.
That's crazy.
Nah, I knew it was a Buffalo.
That's crazy.
I never did that. I never knew that. Like, so at the same time, their stats or their tenure I don't think deserves a retired jersey. Travis is like, bro. I mean,
well,
it's not gonna get better. You're not gonna get more all around player than Travis Hunter ever. Shedeur, statistically, it might not make sense, but bro, they helped rebirth the program.
Let me put it to you like this, Preston. As this on my mind right now. So the Heisman would be pretty much the MVP of college football, whereas most guys would say the MVP is a quarterback's award. Travis Hunter won Heisman this year, and he's not a quarterback. Shedeur is a quarterback, was like top 10 in multiple categories in college football this year, the year before, if you really want to be honest, and didn't get close to it. So that tells me because you didn't get a quarterback's award, he got the golden arm, but the quarterback's award, which would be a Heisman in a technical standpoint, you feel me?
Yeah.
You don't need to get retired. Travis Hunter deserves to be retired in that standpoint. He played at 2 different positions, balled at both of them, made All-American both of them, and won the quarterbacks award. So he should be the only one in Colorado getting his jersey retired is where I'm getting at, honestly. Love Shedeur still. Shedeur still definitely top 10 in the draft board for sure. But yeah, it's not warranting retirement.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Yeah, that's good. So
Yeah.
P, you're saying the retirement is more so for recruitment and attraction standpoint versus actually whether they deserve the retirement or not.
Yeah, it's a stunt for the program. Like it pushes the program forward. I don't think
It is a culture thing. It's a culture thing.
I don't think it's anything to do with the stats of football in regards to Shedeur's number being retired. We may never see another player like Travis Hunter in college football. So
yeah, that's tough because
unless Travis does the same thing
next round.
He like 5'7".
I mean, well,
No cap.
He might grow.
I don't know, man. I think
Because he's going to be what, a junior?
something like that.
Who knows?
he might be a late bloomer though. You know, some people.
Bryce was a late bloomer.
That's your boy.
No, he was.
Bryce James was a late bloomer.
No,
compared to his brother, yes, he was.
His brother just taller than him.
Bronny's 6'3". Bryce was like maybe 5'2", 6'2".
You talking about LeBron?
Like 5, yeah.
Bryce been taller than Bronny for a minute.
Yeah.
I can't call that, bro. 2020 quarantine. Bryce was definitely shorter than Bronny.
The nigga was 11, of course.
Yeah.
Bryce.
Hey, the little brother shoots up. They gonna skyrocket before the firstborn is.
Yeah, they are. That's what they be saying. But
so I feel like Travis, he has the tool set. I'll say that he has a tool set to mimic his brother, but probably not mirror what he's done.
I seen him play next round. No shit, like bro, it's just a little Minnie Mouse running around next round.
that's very decent. I think that's a good point. You know, as far as it being a stunt for the future, trying to turn that program around because Deion, it appears he is going to be going all in with Colorado. He did jump at in NFL gigs. He got the 5-year extension. He's still bringing in more coaches, you know, to bolster up the stardom of the program. I think they just got Champ Bailey in there as well.
For real?
I think it was Champ Bailey, and then like I said, Warren Sapp is there as well. So it being a culture move, that's a very good, you know, take on that. But, you know, somebody said Shedeur might be a top 10 pick. I don't know. Let's find out. We can do the I said AYOO mock draft. We're gonna do a mock draft for the first round real quick. I'll pick first, P second, Tavo third, Eric fourth, and we're just gonna go alternate like that. Let me pull up the draft. Dang, folks done gave me first pick. What you gonna do? Let me share the window. Here we go. Boom. Let me see if we can enter the draft. So we're just gonna do it straight. No trades. We not. This is gonna be as is.
Yeah.
As is, straight through. You know what I'm saying? See how, and we gonna do the draft based on like what we think the team needs. So don't be trying to predict the order. We gonna draft what's best for that team. So just to give that preface. On the clock, first pick. Can y'all see that, or should I just zoom in somewhere?
Zoom in, please.
Zoom in, yeah.
Yeah, zoom in a little. Yeah.
And we can scroll. Yeah, fire.
Yes, Sirski.
Very fire.
Make sure we got the draft boards locked and loaded.
Hey, y'all boys think we could do it faster than the NFL can?
Absolutely. We're not gonna
We
sit
have
here.
no choice.
Yeah, like what? This
We
should
don't
not
have
take long, bro. This is not finna be sitting here for no 2 hours.
Yeah, nobody's on the clock. Not as crazily. Y'all should have y'all minds made up at this point.
Yeah, exactly, bro. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start off the draft. And with the first pick. Oh, how they did this.
Huh?
You probably gotta filter
Rank.
position.
Wait.
Oh, why they ranking somebody? Somebody tweaking. That's cool.
Go to position, go to keep. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on. Y'all don't know who I'm picking at first.
You don't know who he's picking at first.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Because if he was
saying?
going Travis, it would have been right there.
Bro, I just
He could go anyway. He can go Shedeur.
45.
I promise you, I know better. He just wasting time.
Why are you going? Yeah. Why are you going any lower
pick,
in the quarterback list?
First pick is Travis Hunter for the Tennessee Titans. We talking about a dual player.
Whoa! Turn the automatic off.
Oh
my God.
Dude.
My fault. I forgot to change the joint. I forgot to pick the teams.
Hey, watch out with that, bro.
Listen at him.
Nah.
Listen at him.
We gotta do better, y'all. Sanctification.
My draft. Forgot to select the team.
I think he'll be about 210 about time it starts his NFL career.
Here we go. I got all teams selected. Can y'all see? I need to zoom in some more.
Go ahead and zoom in, bro.
Okay. I know we got some blind folks on the stream today.
Yeah. And for the replay of the.
All right. Travis Hunter at 1. On the clock is Cleveland. Number 2 pick.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say Cam Ward off of the strength that you picked Travis Hunter. If the Titans go Travis Hunter, I think it's smart to get Cam Ward because there's nobody else at any other position that you would pick.
So they say. Yeah, Travis should be number 1 pick. Like I said, generational as far as being able to play both sides of the ball. You can always find a quarterback. Number 3, New York, Stephen Tate Smith.
So with the number 3 pick, some people have been debating about it lately this week. I don't know why. I don't care who's in the quarterback room. Number 3 goes to Shedeur Sanders. Tommy Cutlets, Jameis Winston, Jimmy Crablegs, and Russell Wilson, all on 1-year deals. That's all fine and dandy, but when you're looking into the future of the next quarterback class, which is much slimmer than this one, why force a tank to what? You're going to force a full year to tank for Arch when you have weapons, when you're literally a passer, a prolific passer at that, and honestly a feature back away from and a tight end away from
And
competing in the division and defense
and
and the offensive line.
Yeah.
But like, it's from somebody who had to deal with it over the last few years as a victim of my team. It starts with the quarterback. He will benefit from having veterans like Jameis and Shedeur. And Russell in the locker room.
Yeah.
He
That's
can.
very-
We know.
that's
I
true.
feel like Shedeur is capable of starting right away, but he don't have to if they don't want to. Penix didn't start right away. I wish, but
while we here, do you if Penix and Shedeur was in the same draft class, which quarterback are you drafting?
Michael Penix Jr.
Told you.
Why?
Michael
Can you
Penix Jr.
explain why?
was a Heisman finalist. He was top 5 in passing, school and college wise, and he went to a national championship, runner up or not. He's done what Shedeur desired.
And he made that one wide receiver
Nah.
look good. Not Roma Duze. Who's the other one?
Jalen Polk, Jalen McMillan.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
had three NFL receivers. Shedeur probably got 3. No, he has probably 3 NFL receivers too. So
Only one of them first rounder, to be fair.
yeah,
well,
I can take that.
But I mean, Shedeur literally, like, they went out there with 7 men every drive. Like, no offensive line. I'm not hearing that. Bro.
You taking
Shedeur
offensive
Sanders-
line at 3?
No, I'm saying Shedeur Sanders not only would have been just as a good pick as Michael Penix, he would have stopped inflation for America this year if he was in Atlanta.
Yeah, they still would have won.
I mean
Penix. Number 4.
Patriots are on the clock.
This is easy. Give me Will Campbell. At number 4, you do not have a good value wide receiver in this draft who is a top 4 pick worthy. Running back is not a good value in the top 5. Give me Will Campbell. He's the best offensive tackle in the league. He is better than that dude from Missouri who's heavier and not as nimble as Will Campbell. He's more lean, and he's a bigger offensive tackle. So give me Will Campbell out of Louisiana State University.
This is crazy. So we have. Okay, we can get there later. Jaguars. That's me. We back on the clock. It's a tough pull because there's a guy sitting right here that is projected to be 1 or 2, but I know they went DN last couple years. They spent what? It's been 3 years. Dang. But considering they do have Josh Hines Allen, he's serviceable. He's a good pass rusher alongside with. I mean, they spent the high draft pick on Trayvon Walker. He was like the first round pick or number 2 pick within the last 2 years. So, I
They
mean,
don't go edge again, bro.
me personally, bro, I don't think Abdul Carter is that special for them to double up like that. So, I do think that they should go Mason Graham and bulk up their interior line, which leaves the Raiders at 6.
See, now here's the thing.
Whoa.
I think Abdul Carter is a fair answer. But at this point, so is Ashton Genty. And low key, so is Will Johnson. If Abdul Carter falls this far, Abdul Carter will be drafted by the Raiders.
Oh, hands down.
Hands down.
Easy.
To
I don't think he gets outside 5.
To put on the other side of Max Crosby.
It's like, yes, because that's the best value. We'll work in the offense next year. You know, if you can
they
get him
had
at 6,
They have my shit.
you got to get him.
Well, so you would double dip at edge after? Didn't they take an edge last year? They took Tyree. What year did they take Tyree Wilson? Was that last year or the year before?
What round was he drafted again?
In the first.
And
Buddy out of Texas Tech.
You said the Raiders? No, they took Brock Bowers in the first round.
Yeah.
They did take Brock Bowers in the first round. You're right. Oh yeah.
You get your best value at that point. You ain't never gonna get a prospect like that again.
Come on, nah.
I think you draft Abdul Carter. Seriously.
Sometimes players get left in the draft that fall, and it might not have even been on your draft board to get that position, and you just got to go snag them, bro. And that's the situation right now.
For sure.
Honestly,
Raiders need a lot, though. I don't think.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's not one answer there.
I do like that pick with Carter, but like their rushing attack was like they're by far worse statistically.
Yeah.
So I would the best player available sound good, but I'm gonna take the best available spot I need, the best available fit I need, and Ashton Genty's honestly there. Keep him in the West Coast.
Who's the quarterback again? Who did they pick up?
Geno Smith. I'd still take. I'd probably still upgrade that later in the draft, but like
shit, you might need an O-line. You might need that old motherfucker back there.
They need a lot. Jets is on the
all right, so for the Jets being a little, I'd say probably a little iffy off the strength of who I would have thought they'd take in the first round before they signed Justin Fields.
You said Jets take who?
I'm saying before they signed Justin Fields.
Okay,
I had a quarterback in mind. But I don't have a quarterback anymore, especially off the strength of now they have Justin Fields and Travis Jordan being healthy now and wanting to compete as well. I'm going to take that and shore up the offensive line and get Armand Memba out of Mizzou. They've drafted offensive linemen in the first round over various times. Some hit, some miss. This one could be a hit, especially coming out of the SEC program. At that, I'm pretty biased for SEC. I'm not gonna lie, but if he's the best available offensive lineman, why not shoot for him to protect the quarterback that's always getting put on his back anywhere he's been? Chicago, he's getting put down in Pittsburgh at times. So if you're going to have him there for the time being, whether you draft a quarterback or not, or add another veteran presence, they still have to be protected. You got to do the best of your ability. So this will be the GM's best of his ability of signing the best available pass protector at this point in the draft.
That's fire, especially considering Tyron Smith retired. So that's a very, very good pick for them, I believe, as well. Panthers are on the clock. We got the first of the fiend.
Boo!
I thought it looked like Abdul was about to drop the 8, and I was about to say, "Oh,
no cap." I was like,
"Make it easy."
I'm not gonna lie. This is a dream. I think this is a dream situation with that would have been a dream situation for Carolina personally.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right, so for the 8th pick, Carolina Panthers. I know we see the Mike Green 704.
Go.
But with the way, because I'm sorry, Jalen Walker, he had great flashes. He's the linebacker converted to DN. He's not Michael Parsons Jr., but he's 6'1". He's kind of on the shorter side for a defensive end. And then I know they got that boy Stewart from Texas A&M, if I'm not mistaken, ranked higher than him. In 4 years, he had like 4 sacks. Trash. With all that being said, the way this draft has went, I'm sorry, give me Will Johnson.
Will Johnson. You surprised me with that one, but that's pretty good.
JC Horn can't handle the X by himself.
No, JC Hagan,
They don't.
he can.
They don't travel no more. When the last time you really see a corner travel? And most of the time they keep them on one side of the field.
I think it's hard to travel with if you're in Carolina when your secondary always injured.
Yeah, and all the injuries we have, we're going defense. I'm sorry, none of those wide receivers are worth this pick right now, unless we trade a little back and get Golden out of Texas. I'm okay with that. But sticking at 8, I don't want any of these wide receivers at 8. Give me defense where we had a horrible defense this year with hella injuries. Give me death
I think that's real.
at defense.
However, I feel like this is a great pick, especially for the secondary because you're showing up the pass defense. However, this pick will also, in a double-edged sword type of way, bite y'all back on a consistent curse that y'all have had since he done backed away. Y'all need to replace Luke. And now that Shaq Thompson's going, y'all need to replace Shaq. So if Jalen Walker's there, why not take Jalen Walker?
Because
Off-ball linebacker.
Jalen Walker isn't a linebacker.
What?
He's more of an edge rusher now. I know he won the linebacker award, but if I'm getting a linebacker and I want a strict linebacker, give me old dude from Alabama.
Jahad Campbell was my second.
Yeah,
that was actually my other
give me
choice.
Campbell. No,
like
if you're doing pure linebacker, give me Campbell, not Jalen Walker. No disrespect to him.
Trying to take Jahad too high. Not an 8.
Yeah.
If y'all run a 4-3, I understand.
Yeah.
I assume y'all are still a 4-3 defense. You don't know.
Did y'all replace Brian Burns?
Panthers run 3-4.
Yeah.
Now?
They run a 3-4 the last 2 to 3 years, I think.
Didn't y'all run 3-4 with Brian Burns was there too?
We switched it up his second to last year. We've been a 3-4 the last 2-3 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're as a 3-4 defense, there's no way you're not taking
Jalen Walker.
There's actually no way. Like
Brian Burns back. We just signed another D tackle. We are then at the end. If we move back, we're getting Mike Green. I'm not getting Jalen Walker. I'm taking Mike Green over Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker is on the shorter side, but when you talk about all of our linebackers, the pass rushers we've seen, one name comes to mind, and Michael Parsons. We've seen he's been a force on the edge. So, but he's still on the board. We got Saints at number 9. This is a team that very well needs a lot as well.
Weak ass team.
I don't know why they have running back up here. Unless Alvin Kamara is going to finally get suspended. But I think as far as the Saints though, I think for pick number 9, with what's left, I think the best available player for them would be Cam Jordan. I think they need to replace Marshawn Lattimore, and so I would pick Jahdae Barron for them.
From Texas?
Yeah.
That's actually tough.
Since Will Campbell, not Will Campbell, Will Johnson board, I say Jahdae Barron to kind of replace Marshawn Lattimore and deal with Mike Evans, Xavier Leggett, and Drake London.
Yeah,
very solid pick.
I'm talking about.
Very
Bears at 10. The Bears.
Now,
Bears crazy. Oh, this is
I don't think this is going to happen. Right? Because I think Ashton Jeanty will be picked at 6 because Abdul Carter will be picked in the top 3. That's what I believe. Right? But considering how our draft fell. Considering we addressed the offensive line in the offseason, there's not a D lineman I'm drafting this high, number 10, left. Mason Graham is already gone. Abdul Carter's gone. We don't need edge.
No Jalen Walker?
No, we don't need edge. We had
it sounds like
Montez Sweat had a career year last year. we have linebackers like, if I'm not mistaken, not Tremaine Edmonds. We don't need defense. We need offense. Our offense was so pathetic last year. Like we lost games 18-15. Like what are we talking about? We're trash. We're drafting. If Ashton Genty falls to us, we're drafting Ashton Genty.
Very well.
Is that your pick?
That's crazy. That's
That's actually tough.
If he falls, I don't think he falls though. But
Raiders need a lot though. Like we said, they can go any which way.
He's still top 10.
Yeah. Raiders draft determines our draft for sure.
That's tough. Stephen Tate for the 49ers.
This is tough. This is very tough, actually.
Because now boys gotta put the thinking caps on outside that top 10.
But do we really? I mean, there's so much you can start with and end with at the same time. Your wide receiver out, multiple wide receivers out for the season. Your best running back out for most of the season. All of your running backs ended up hurting the end of the season. Garendo was put in too many elite situations that I don't think he was ready for at the time, but he still balled out with the opportunities he had. Ricky Pearsall still, he real from coming back from his gunshot wound, but yeah, we still waiting on the breakout season for him, especially after his rookie season. You could honestly go either way, but because they lost multiple fields in their roster, they lost a linebacker, I believe. Because Greenlaw went to the Broncos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Greenlaw went to the Broncos. Shavarius
Hunter.
Ward's going. Hufanga's going.
Yeah. They lost a lot.
Debo. AYOO on the way out whenever that comes about. I don't know. They hold down that contract for real. So you can start anywhere. And this is where I would say, fellas, San Francisco will be that best player available pick right here. So you could also start with safety as well. I think at 11, you want to go ahead and take the best available safety to revamp. And I believe Malachi Starks goes at 11.
Nice.
Very, very, very tough.
You like, hold on, real quick. You like Malachi over Emmanuel Worry out of South Carolina?
Fuck yes.
I watched Malachi because of my father.
Georgia.
I watched so many recruits tapes before they even got to Georgia, and Starks was one of them. KJ Bolden was the most recent. But yeah, when you come from a family of Bulldog fans, you're gonna hear about everybody that come through them doors.
Here we go.
Starks ain't never disappointed. I ain't a Bulldog fan, but
here we go again. Niggas flexing, they got dads. Next
And
round.
nah, cut the stream.
Next round. Nigga trying to go dad for dad, bro. That's crazy.
Okay. My fault. You said Malachi.
Every fucking week.
Malachi.
That's right. You think Malachi would be better than Jihad?
As a
Right,
Bama
Campbell?
fan, I can't necessarily say that. Campbell is one of the best linebackers in this draft, but linebackers there's only so many linebackers.
They have Fred Warner. They'll figure it out.
But he's
exactly. They do have Fred Warner, but so I feel like Jihad would make a good mix with Fred as somebody he can pick his brain. But what safety is out there to really hold the secondary down?
Yeah. No, that's very well. That's good stuff. Eric, Cowboys at 12.
It's like in the keys to the city and you're a villain. I love it. I'm gonna treat y'all right like a delicate flower. Cowboys. They need a lot. They need to get the bad voodoo off of them that's been holding them back for the past almost 30 years. With that being said, I want to make a point right now. This is like the first time in 8 years there's not a wide receiver picked in the top 10. Cool. All right. Now, with the Cowboys, I still don't think a wide receiver is good enough to go 12, and that's not your biggest need.
Hold on, right quick.
I could go offense. What's up?
I'm sorry, my fault. I just noticed, and Jerry probably be sick about this. They're like 2 picks away from getting Jetty if he was still there at 12, based on this draft.
Yeah.
Jerry probably sick to
Don't
his
worry.
stomach, honestly.
Don't.
Go ahead.
I could go offensive line because you probably do need it. I can go edge rusher, but I don't think your defense is the key focus point right now. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to get Omari on Hampton. You need a running back. Because you have Miles Sanders on your roster. Need I say more? Need I say more? At this pick right now, you need Omari on Hampton.
I don't.
Why not Jenkins?
I
Shut
don't.
the fire fuck up.
I
If all right, let's say this in real life. If they do love Jenkins or Henderson or anybody else lower than Hampton, then you can go offensive line and get him in the second round.
Tight.
But
That's real.
you need that motherfucker
Yeah.
in Dallas.
Yeah.
You need him in Dallas. I'm sorry.
I don't not like the pick.
Yeah, you got to help CD Index out.
It's
the
very
best
Jerry-like.
friend. Go ahead. Your best friend is going to be your running back. Tight ends and running backs.
I don't
Is going
think.
to free up. Go ahead.
I don't think it's. I actually don't think it's a bad pick at all. Because I do think Omari Hampton is going to be a really good running back. And Miles Sanders ain't awful. He's meh for sure. Very meh. It's not enough. And they did address the running back room, so it might be a little crowded with him there, or somebody just gonna have to go. And we do gotta replace Zach Martin, Hall of Fame lineman retired. I think that might be more priority than the running back. Because you can get with this draft, you can get a running back anywhere, I believe.
I almost gave y'all Scatterboo if I wanted to be disrespectful and just hurry up.
And
They need speed. They need speed and
They do good with Scatterboo.
Scatterboo's not getting drafted.
But yeah, Dallas needed a lot. I mean, I don't not like it, but I do think there's other areas that should be addressed before that. The running back,
I was going to go offensive tackle Kevin Banks.
Kevin Banks.
y'all could have went tight end.
Wait, is Kevin Banks interior lineman or
He a tackle.
he a tackle? Okay.
Jake Ferguson, cool. But with Dolphins,
Oh yeah, I do got Jake Ferguson.
Shit.
Dolphins is very tricky. They
Dolph!
are now shopping Jalen Ramsey. And I have a name for them. I just don't know how big of a reach this may be. Considering he was hurt all year, it's a huge gamble to take at 13. But I think it's worth the gamble if you're going to shop Jalen Ramsey. And I think that they should go get Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame.
I think that's fair.
I feel like that's a reach.
It could very well be a reach, but I mean, he was hurt all year or majority of the year. It's going to damage his stock for sure. But when he played,
his play is there.
When he played, he definitely knew how to shut down the side of the field.
My only pushback is that Terran Armstead did retire.
Yeah. He did just retire. Kelvin Banks.
And the last thing Tua needs is a bad offensive line.
No lie.
That's true.
That's the last thing. So
I got a question, Brandon. Because Ramsey is on the block. They want Cam Smith to hurry up and develop. But you overlook that in my eyes. Javon Holland just left and went to y'all division. So Why not take him in Warren at 13?
Javon Holland, what he went to Washington?
Nah, he went to the Giants.
For what?
He signed. They gave him the most money, I think.
That's crazy. I actually did. I didn't realize that Terrion retired because I just see him on somebody.
It was like last week, I think, or a couple
Yeah,
days ago,
Not
right?
even last month.
he was just retired, and then Javon Holland signed to the Giants like the first week of free agency.
That's definitely on me. Had I known he like Kelvin Banks would definitely been the pick because like you said,
Oh
but
my God.
I didn't realize he retired because like I said, I think he was on. Was he not on?
I'll be honest with you, Brando. I don't care if they had four all pro at O-line. Go ahead and draft that fifth one.
Terrible.
Maybe he's the missing piece because Tua is going to need it.
Oh my God.
With the 14th pick, let's get a quarterback.
Yeah, the 14th pick. So I assumed that the Colts tight ends were okay. They're not.
Sell my parlays every Sunday. I choose them.
They're actually horrible.
Easy.
They suck.
Right? Tyler Warren is getting drafted by the Colts.
Yep.
Easy.
That leaves Atlanta.
I ain't gonna lie, Jalen Walker is falling very far from my liking, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He's falling very and the further he gets, the closer he gets to a playoff team. And I'm telling you, like, if he falls to the Philadelphia Eagles, y'all are to blame. Because y'all are literally what's going to happen.
What do you mean if he falls to the Philadelphia Eagles? In real life, the Philadelphia Eagles would have picked 3 picks ago. That's we got it, bro. They already picked.
Yeah.
Atlanta, hot Atlanta. What are you talking about, man?
Shitty Birds.
A-Town. You know, my bread and butter. You know, my past and future. This is a unanimous decision. But before I let y'all know the unanimous decision, rebuttaling what you saying about Jalen Walker, I really love Jalen Walker in Atlanta. However, linebacker, again, is in a need that we will have off the strength of. We have some quality linebackers. We wouldn't take a linebacker this early in this draft just yet. Probably next year or the year or maybe. But the elephant is in the room with us when it comes to Atlanta, and that's edge rusher. Dead last in sacks, leading pass rusher, 6.5 sacks on the season.
Yeah.
We traded our 3rd round pick for Judon, who only had probably 2 sacks on the season. You know, it's very unanimous. I don't know why Shamar Stewart is the top of all D linemen and pass rushers on this list, on this draft board. I get that he's a physical specimen, but like, if you're all that is, you're nothing in my head. But the Anthony Richardson of defense. I was gonna say the Anthony Richardson of defense. You got drafted this high because you're like your stature, but you don't have the tool set. You don't have the counter moves, the finesse. You just have bull rush. You have the power move, yeah. But if that's all you have, I'm not taking that in Atlanta just yet. Shamar Stewart is a type of player that can sit behind a veteran defensive line that already has their pass rushers, like Philly, like Baltimore. Who else? The Chiefs. So I'm gonna take my number 1 option, which is Mike Green. Mike Green comes to Atlanta. I could now, before it's even mentioned, I could have taken so many SEC players up on this list. Easy. Yeah. Because Michael Williams would have been my next choice. I like Scorton. Pierce is iffy off the strength of I've seen a pro comparison of him being Vic Beasley, and that bothered me badly. But another one which I hope Philly does not touch either is Donovan Izaraku as well, because he has what Shamar Stewart that doesn't. Although he doesn't have that same stature, he has all the tools that you would want in a rookie coming in. So he was my number 3 choice. But Mike Green is you just can't deny it. I don't care that he went to Marshall. Randy Moss went to Marshall.
Yeah.
Nobody looked at Randy until he did what he had to do. Mike Green did what he had to do at Marshall. And with the games that he did play, he played a couple of SEC schools. I see him manhandle Mizzou. I seen him manhandle who? Ohio State. Yeah, I mean they got drilled in that game, but yeah, he still touched them boys. But yeah,
Hey yo,
hey yo,
that was
but
crazy.
yeah,
Somebody's going to jail.
Mike Green brings a playoff spot to Atlanta in this new year.
Oh my gosh, it's not saying much. Y'all division sucks.
It says enough to me.
That's all right. Atlanta. I mean, not Atlanta. Arizona.
Arizona.
So they need an offensive lineman, but not
They
a tackle.
need a guard.
Yeah, so not a tackle. So can't even go Kevin Banks. I could go. Actually, let me go ahead. I was gonna go D-line, but actually, let me go Tyler Booker. Right, Booker. Yeah, Tyler Booker from Alabama, offensive guard. They need an interior lineman. I was gonna go because it's like I was gonna go D-line with them, but I was gonna go D tackle. And I was gonna go like my boy Grant from Michigan.
Yeah,
But I feel like they need O-line more. O-line is very needed for the Cardinals.
Collar's living his old days when Cardinals was actually looked at. But when you got Marvin, when you got James Conner, the way he's still playing to this day, even though I still think they could revamp running back room as well.
Why the fuck did you say James Conner like a weapon?
James Conner, I mean, no matter how you see it, James Conner did what he had to do for Arizona in the past few years.
James Conner, Najee Harris, they are the same people.
Actually, I mean, I suppose.
Ain't no actually. Yes.
I think you know. It's funny you say that. You know, listen. It's funny. Listen, Eric. It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because, my college comparison with James Conner currently was Scatterbo. Scatterbo plays like James Conner, and I see Pittsburgh somehow, some way, just ended up with Scatterbo somewhere in the draft to get back to those days where James Conner, no matter how bad you don't like it, he still had 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, and Pittsburgh consistently went to the playoffs when they had a James Conner on that team.
So the exact same thing with Najee Harris.
Najee Harris had 1,000 yards every season, no matter how many 4 yards per carry, 3 yards per carry.
1 yard per carry. It don't matter. You're gonna get 1,000.
Yeah. He got 1,000 off of his rookie deal, you know. So if it takes a change of scenery to drop that weight and get to that spot where you could be looser and faster, which you probably need, and just run in a different scheme, so be it.
Yeah.
One man trash, another man trash.
There you go, Brando. Here. There you go, Brando. Where you going?
Yeah. So, they got
the brokest team in the NFL.
I ain't gonna lie, it be getting nasty, fellas.
Yeah. I mean, Bengals obviously need. They need O-line. They need D-line. They need D-line, especially considering they're shopping Travion Hendricks.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Hubbard retired.
That is right.
If you ain't know that, yeah, Sam Hubbard retired too. Right.
So that's two issues at D-line.
So, yeah, they might have to. They might be needing 2 holes at D-line. But there's at least one.
I think it's on the road today.
There's at least one there. And so they have tried to address the O-line in recent years. They got a couple rookie O-linemen. Orlando Brown's out there at tackle. So I think at D-line they will go.
We skipping over him again. I see it in your face.
I really think. I mean,
real quick. No, wait. real quick, before you drop your decision, let me sway you.
Because no. I don't need no sway.
Soft sell. I got a soft sell you.
Nah,
let me soft sell you.
I don't need no sway because they're good at D tackle. So I mean, I will go ahead and get Jalen Walker off the board.
I thought you were gonna go Pierce. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah,
I thought you was gonna go Pierce.
I mean, it's not. I don't think that'd be a bad pick either. Oh, I'm tweaking. They won't pick Jalen Walker. My fault. But it's done. They run a 4-3 defense.
You think they're going to Jahai Campbell?
They won't pick him.
Campbell would have been a better upgrade, honestly.
But
another thing that would have been good too for Cincinnati, you know, they are like a top 5, top 10 passing attack. They suck trash at passing defense.
Yeah, I think they lost.
Trey Amos. Trey Amos would be a great look for Cincinnati. Especially with the way they play, and if they want to have DJ Turner start somewhere in that defense or Daxton Hill, I start jamming up on them boys. And then the corners that they would draft would be they would be hard nosed developed based on who they got to guard at practice every day.
Yeah. We're gonna get some good reps.
Good reps. You gonna get some great reps getting dusty.
But Seahawks at 18.
Oh my god. Yeah. Here we go. So, considering that I don't think they go guard or center this high.
Oh, I get Steelers.
I want to say the last O-lineman to go that high that was like worth going to get was probably Creed Humphrey. Interior O-lineman. And Creed's been a dude since he's been in the league.
Seattle?
Yeah.
Creed Humphrey?
No, I'm saying Creed Humphrey he's already like he plays for the Chiefs. He's a
I'm here. I was tripping.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying y'all was drafting Creed Humphrey like he wasn't.
No. I'm saying like I don't think they go interior O-lineman in the first round.
Okay. I feel you.
I think they go edge. Considering their defense is pretty patchy, they've already addressed the offense in the offseason with Cooper Kupp. I mean, I think they need a quarterback to shoot, but I'm not going to draft no quarterback in the first round.
They got Sam Darnold.
Yeah, they need a quarterback. No, they rolling the dice with Sam Darnold. I'm gonna go ahead and take Mikael Williams off the board.
That's a good one.
Tampa Bay at 19.
Is that me?
Yeah.
All right. So, one of our worthiest of division rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Not them French niggas and not them cookout trade niggas either. I'm looking at depth, looking at what they could revamp. Didn't Levante David just left Tampa, wasn't it?
I don't think so.
I can't remember that nigga older than our parents.
I don't know.
Before I say that, let me do this real quick.
I think he's still there.
He's still there, yeah.
Okay, he's still there. Okay, I was about to say that would have been a little easier.
But he is.
He's working
White,
last season.
Devin White is gone. White, I know Devin White is gone. Levante David, soon to be Hall of Famer whenever he decided to retire.
Go. I like where you're going.
So why not Jahai Campbell right here at 19?
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it's supposed to be done compared to what Carolina has failed to do over the past few years. Every single year, I've told one of my closest friends, any of my friends that are Panthers fans, y'all won't get back up there until y'all decide to replace Luke.
You know what's funny? Because I can hit a reverse and say this. We drafted Luke when we had a Pro Bowler at linebacker, so we already know the program. Luke retired out of nowhere. So what you got to say to that? We had John Beeson and drafted Luke Kuechly. So you want to go back before you start talking that shit? Because I can go about Atlanta all day.
That's cool. Y'all
You
still ain't did it. And what? Y'all still ain't did it. Y'all only didn't do it because Shaq Thompson. Y'all still had Shaq, and now Shaq's gone. So who do you have at linebacker right now?
What you call it from? We drafted old dude from Kentucky last year who got hurt.
What's his name?
I can't think. I want to say his last name. It's not Campbell. Well, whatever his name is. Yeah, we drafted a linebacker last year.
I'm gonna be real. If y'all were lower, or if Carolina so happened to trade down to this part of the draft, Jihad at Carolina would make y'all that would be a spark of y'all defense that y'all need. It was either that or replace Brian Burns for once.
For once, the nigga just left.
Jihad Campbell is. If Jihad Campbell goes to Tampa Bay,
it's over.
Tampa's going back to being a force.
Yeah, we're in playoff teams now outside of Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Denver on the clock.
I mean,
Denver. This is a very very scary pick right here.
Now let me go with Denver. I'm gonna be very specific. Now, come on, they're like blackout and shit. All right, we all know.
Here we go. Come on.
All right, listen. All right, Denver, you did so great on this offseason in free agency. We're not going to go defense first round. Thumbs up. You did your thing. I'm going wide receiver. First wide receiver taken at 20. But I'm not going with who y'all think I'm going with.
Wait, there's been no wide receivers pick?
No, not at all. Every single one is still up.
Go.
Before you say it,
nah, nigga, I'm keep on going. You always trying to do somebody. No, it's over. No,
you got your pick, Tay.
No, Tay, we good. No, Tay, stop. All right, so for this, I'm gonna be very specific of what type of wide receiver I'm going for when it comes with the Denver Broncos. You have your number one wide receiver, which I don't think anybody in this draft is better than him so far. I'm actually going Luther Burden because I need a slot.
All right.
I need a slot in Denver. I need a slot. And not only is he a slot, you can feed him the ball like Debo. So I'm going Luther Burden for this. Even though he might not be the number one wide receiver, he's the number one wide receiver for them.
Very well.
Sometimes it don't matter if you're the number one receiver. It's about what fits for you. And Luther Burden fits for Denver. I'm glad you made that pick. Thank God you ain't choose Golden or Tataroa because I might not. I don't. Yeah.
Marvin Mims was decent.
Yeah, I think Denver ready to lace them up. Whoever they pick is gonna make them better if anybody can play decent football. Because Broncos are a team to watch next year.
And then they're definitely going running back round 2 though. They're hands down running back round 2. Yeah, they might trade up. They're going running back round 2.
As of today, they need a quarterback. Mason Rudolph is their quarterback right now. So, with the roster constructed the way it is right now, this is Aaron Rodgers aside. I think they go Jackson Dart.
That's actually a good pick.
And I'm telling you right now, bro, if Jackson Dart gets drafted in the first round, bro, and Shedeur Sanders doesn't.
Wait, we was number 3.
No, I know. I'm saying based off of what has been what has been roaming around that like Shedeur Sanders is falling and falling and falling. It's like, bro, I'm telling you, like, we're in our last days, bro. Get right with God because
they might do it like Lamar.
High. It's an all-time high. If Shedeur Sanders does not get drafted in the first round, but Jackson Dart does, that's a pure example of covetousness, hatred, and I just read about that. I'm telling you, get right. Pick 22.
This is easy.
Tataria?
That's me.
Whoa, for real? With the receivers they got?
Who do they have? Tell me. Go ahead and tell me who
they already got big body at wide receiver, old dude from TCU, Mr.
Trash.
Droppy.
Trash.
Mr. Droppy.
Trash.
He's trash.
They got Lad McConkey and who else?
They got Lad McConkey, Josh Palmer. Did Josh Palmer leave?
I think he re-signed.
And
I'll
Quentin
look right
Johnson.
now.
But they did go Lad McConkey and Quentin Johnson.
Whose pick is this? Yours or mine?
No, it's Preston pick.
That's mine.
Oh, it's Preston pick. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got Ladd, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson.
They signed Mike Williams back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they signed Mike Williams.
So that's like you got fucking twin power. You got the triple.
Mike Williams done. Like he's trash now. That don't mean nothing.
To throw that McMillan.
T-Mac, that's crazy. But
Teta Roa.
he is the same player as Mike Williams.
In better hands than Quentin Johnson.
All right, Preston. I got a question, bro. Why not tight end?
Yeah. Jim Harbaugh, we talked about this, bro.
Jim Harbaugh right there, coached at Loveland, sitting pretty at the number one tight end spot at this point.
Because he don't like Loveland.
Where is Tyler? Did I not say Tyler Warren is the coach?
Tyler
Yeah,
Warren
what they got to do with this team?
What did that do with Colston Loveland?
Who's the Chargers tight end?
Will Disley.
Who is but I'm just saying, like, what tight end do you know is worth drafting in the first round?
He just said it.
Nah.
He's going to get his guy.
This is the guy who said a tight end is
Rob Bowers was.
receiver. This is the same guy.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that a tight end is not more valuable than a wide receiver. I'm just saying, what tight ends do you draft in the first round that you can't get later?
A bruiser pass catcher like Colston Loveland, who won a national championship with the coach that went to the league.
Yep.
Yeah, the Colston Loveland. I think that would be.
I don't.
You
I
just
don't know, bro.
you honestly just drafted a jump ball, Quentin Johnston with better hands.
Mike Williams.
So it sounds like he drafted a better player than what they had.
Unless Preston is saying Quentin Johnson going to tight end. Is that what he's saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh no, my bad. Your tight end actually have to have reliable hands. Like that's actually a no-go.
If the Chargers go tight end first round, bro, I think that's a mistake.
That's crazy. We only see one first round tight end in this draft.
Yes.
All right. There you have it. Stephen T. Smith, you got the Green Bay Packers at 23.
All right. Cheeseheads. This is probably, and y'all can let me know if I'm reaching or not, but understanding what I do know, twofold defensively, Green Bay has been wanting to upgrade the pass rush spot because what's his name out there not getting to it like he should. What's his name? Tyndall? Wyatt. But on the other end, who's your wide receiver one? You got a bunch of slots out there playing 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and kick return at the same time. Sometimes running back. You have some talented gadget receivers, role players to the offense with no true wide receiver to name. And if I am Green Bay, I want somebody that's a game breaker. And with stature, I'd probably draft Trey Harris at 23.
Wow. Out of nowhere. Trey Harris is a crazy pool.
It is. But, I mean, Green Bay's wide receiver room has always produced. However, none of them have separated to where they know who the king is in that wide receiver room. You feel me?
Yeah, no, absolutely. But Trey Harris,
Golden, listen, it was between Matthew Golden and Trey Harris. I felt like there's a lot of guys on the Green Bay Packers team that are 5'11", that can separate, that have the speed, they can catch. However, you need size in this mix if you're going to have the same prototype of of each of them. The same build. They're all the same build. Trey Harris, although his route tree is not as to where you like it, he has the quarterback that can bomb that shit to him anytime he can break open, which he will, and he's 6'2". So I don't think it's necessarily a reach as you think. Just based on, again, like I said, no matter if they're the number one, it doesn't matter if they are. What matters is what fits for your team. Trey Harris fits for Green Bay. If it wasn't Trey Harris, I was going defense, but I feel like the best available wide receiver. I feel like any of the wide receivers.
Golden?
I think.
Never mind.
I think the way this drive goes, and considering who was crying about the tush push, I think they go defense. And they shopping Jair. You can get Trey Harris in the second, third round. So
I agree.
Third round is crazy.
I mean, I don't know about third round.
Yeah.
Lad went to the second round, but Trey, I mean,
it's a lot of receivers on the board.
there is. But as far as best available, I mean, you could have went corner. They are shopping Jair, but it's not a possibility. Myles Garrett was getting shopped until he wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Vikings at 24.
Okay, so for the Vikings, it says running back. If I'm not mistaken, they have Aaron Jones, and they just signed Mason from San Francisco.
They got Cam Akers too, I think.
I don't know about that, but sure. And then it says D-line. If I'm not mistaken, they got Hargrove, and they got Jonathan. What defense do they run? Because I'm pretty sure they got Jonathan Allen.
They say they need interior D lineman.
They say edge too. I see edge on
this is like the place I want to go Grant out of Michigan. But I think they need more safeties than they think. Corner more than they think.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going Thomas out of Florida State.
Azare.
Yeah. I think they need a corner.
Sheesh.
So
Okay.
give me Thomas out of Florida State.
I like that.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. That's a sound pick. No, that's a sound pick. I can't get mad at it.
They don't need a running back that bad, like it's saying.
And this would be them. This would be them bouncing back from the loss of Kyrie Jackson last offseason before the season had started. Because I'm sure he was going to be effective in his role on the defense, but you know, everything happens because God allows it and lets it.
I think we got Texans at 25. It says wide receiver and O-line. Wide receiver, I think, is a stretch. I mean, I know Tank Dell's injured. They could, if they didn't get sign Christian Kirk, I definitely would give them a receiver. But I'm not even going to go O-line for them. I'm just going to pick the best available player and pick Walter Nolan. The fact that he's dropped this low is ridiculous. But I think that would have been a great pick for the Vikings. But I'm just going to take Walter Nolan. They can definitely use interior help to go with Will Anderson.
Have we drafted Kevin Banks yet?
Nah.
No.
Well, that's where he's going. He's going to LA.
Bet. Baltimore. Oh, I think this is you, Tavo.
Oh, you drafted Kelvin Banks in LA. Hold on, let me keep track.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know what the Rams are gonna do, bro. I don't know. I don't understand it. Letting Cooper walk is crazy.
Yeah. So this pick with Baltimore is unanimous. And if they were to, if he was to fall to Baltimore and he went there, Baltimore's probably going to the AFC Championship and probably the Super Bowl. I'm going to draft Nico Manwari for the Baltimore Ravens to put him on the opposite side of Kyle Hamilton. With Nate Wiggins on one side, you got Marlon Humphrey on the other. Why not?
Yeah, they got rid of the worst player in the NFL, Brandon Stevens, so they should be okay.
This is an
Brandon
upgrade.
Stevens.
This is an upgrade for Brandon Stevens.
Brandon Stevens is one of the worst players I've seen on national television. But he's in the NFL, so shout out to him.
I would like to say I could have went edge or D tackle because Michael Pierce retired, and they're missing not 5 technique, but they're missing a D tackle.
Yeah.
But Nick Emenwari adds more fuel to that fire that's already been burning.
Detroit at 28. Eric.
Do they need a wide receiver that bad?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so either.
I think that's cap.
They need coaches.
They need a pass rush. No, they need defense.
I was actually gonna say, I think this is. Hear me out.
They did just.
Y'all know how I feel about him. Y'all know how I talk about him all year. I think this is where like a Pierce come off the board.
Is that your pick?
Can you show me the available DNs? What you mean? I forgot who.
I got you. Edge. Got Donovan. Izzy Cool. James Pierce. Nick Scorton. Shamar Stewart. Landon Jackson.
Yeah, go ahead, give me Pierce.
JT.
James Pierce Jr.
Landon Jackson. That's who it is.
That's cuz, yeah.
Yeah.
James Pierce to go with Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, that's fair. They gave up 55 to a rookie quarterback, and they're on their home turf in the playoffs. I think they're definitely going to need defense. They need to address their defense. I have the Washington Commanders for my last pick of the first round. They let
this is
Jonathan Allen go. Running back,
you can go so many ways with the Commanders, bro.
I don't think running back. I don't know who's.
I wouldn't say it's that huge of a priority. I like their O-line, considering they have our coach, and then their pass rushers. They have Bobby Wagner, corner. They always need corners in Washington, I believe. But yeah, we can. Oh, I did take Walter Nolan. We can definitely pick. Like you said, it's a lot that they can do here. Who did they lost to? They lost to Philly, right, in the playoffs. Well, they got to play Philly twice anyway, so I would favor the D lineman replacement for Jonathan Allen and go Kenneth Grant here.
Okay.
He has room for he has a higher ceiling than what he is prospected at, I believe. Buffalo at 30. P.
Yeah. They need DVs for sure. That's not a question.
Nah, he's going. He's already.
I'm not going. I'm saying like they just copped Joey Bosa. So why is the edge rusher why is that a need? You know what I'm saying? Why is that a need? The best way to complement edge rushers is DBs.
They need a receiver too. Oh, Josh Palmer went to Buffalo. My fault. Go ahead. Rock out.
I think they go best available corner right now. And that corner would be we falling. Let me look at the name.
Nah, that's who. That's on me. The best D interior D lineman in the game.
No cap.
That's
no
on
cap. No cap.
God, Bumpkin.
No cap.
That's on me. I wish I got a couple picks.
I mean, you are a Cowboy fan,
I got a
bro.
lot of tabs.
Nah, don't do that. We actually have. We actually have our top 2 teams when it comes to drafting.
Best corner left. Maxwell Harrison.
You picking Max?
Uh-huh.
That's not a bad pick. That's pretty sound pick actually.
Over Trey Amos. Wait, didn't
Trey Amos.
you tell me to pick Trey Amos for somebody, Table? I messed up some the pick.
Yeah. Who did I say?
You said he had 24, I think, right?
Oh, no.
No, he had.
Cincinnati. When you chose the Bengals. When you
Oh,
chose Jalen Walker for the
Oh,
Bengals.
you told me I should have picked him. Okay, got you.
Yeah. You go.
Chiefs, Tavo.
All right. What can I pick for a team that does the most and has so much and don't need nothing else?
Shit.
A team that, all right, you must not watch Super Bowl.
No, I watched the Super Bowl. I feel like they got what they deserve. Okay. So, and you could probably close it out like this. This is one of those picks where you pick somebody that's raw, has that physicality, but can sit a year or two behind the right veteran presence on that line, and the defensive coordinator, defensive lines coach. Spagnuolo is one of the greatest coordinators in current history. With the way Kansas City's defense always shine, with no matter who was there, whether they leave or go. L'Jarius Sneed was there, Charvarius Ward was there. It can go on and so forth. I'll take Shamar Stewart for the Chiefs.
Very well. That's not bad. Eric, closes out for your Eagles. What do they need after they just put up 40 points on the back-to-back Kansas City Chiefs?
I got to pick for the Panthers. Got to pick for the Cowboys.
And your favorite team.
And I get to pick for the Eagles. I feel blessed, bro. With that being said, do they need a wide receiver? They could. It will make Brandon sick.
Brandon Graham
if they go in Buka. If they go in Buka, Brandon might cry.
That's perfect for him. That's perfect.
But that's not who they need the most. Do they need a guard? I feel like they do need a guard. But that's not who they need them. Whoa. How's Golden still up there?
Because you didn't pick him for the Cowboys.
I would never do that. Never make it too good. Honestly, I think this is where we get that DN out of Boston College. And if you think I'm gonna say his last name, it got me fucked up.
Donovan Izaraku.
There we go, Izaraku. Nigga belong at Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki.
And the Eagles run 3-4 defense, right?
I don't listen. I think regardless, 3-4-4-3. That's somebody
they need a DN.
Regardless,
they need another DN because the next DN they have has 0 sacks.
Yeah, they run 3-4, so that's not a bad pick if he falls that low.
Yeah,
he already comes with the tools, and he already comes with the tools. He already comes with the moves, the pass rush sets that he has. You add him to a locker room with Nolan Smith and Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. He gonna learn everything else they learn without having to go to Georgia.
Let me say this, boys. Looking at this list, I think if the draft goes like this, we get something to watch. You know what I'm saying? Not that bullshit they be doing.
The way this draft
looks,
the second round look more interesting.
I think there's a lot of people in the second round. Second round, yeah, like you said, second round is interesting because there's a lot of names I think that could be up here that we didn't draft that should be up there.
Yep.
From our draft, we only have 2 running backs going in the first round. We have 3 quarterbacks, 3 receivers. First receiver's not drafted to pick 20.
Be better.
Nobody
knows. Niggas.
Nobody knows. We will see come that time. But yeah, that's the I said it on my first draft. You feel me? And we'll see just how good of a GM we is. Yeah, very me.
No cap.
We got track history, Brando.
But we got jump into the NBA playoffs real quick. NBA play-in has started. We figured out the seeding with the West as far as who's going to be those 3 through 8 teams. We can either start with the play-in or we can start with wrapping up the season. Your league winners, Shea led the league in scoring. Jokic top 3 in about every stat. Dyson Daniels led in steals, Sabonis led in rebounds. Now that the season has commenced, who is our MVP of the 2025 NBA season?
My MVP is Jokic. I don't think the narrative is behind him.
Yeah,
but he's the best player in the league. He's
Yeah.
the best. He's the best player in the world, and it's actually not even a debate. So if he doesn't win it, it's not like I'm tweaking, but
yeah, it's
That's
tough.
not always what the MVP is about.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Talk to
MVP is about anymore because, like I said, it used to be best player, best team. That's
Yeah.
to Shea, but Jokic. I mean, I think either LeBron or Westbrook, one of them broke the mold in how we look at the MVP. Might have been Westbrook when he did the triple double thing because they was only a 5 seed, and yet he still won the MVP. So
I mean, when you break records like that, I mean,
since
some
then,
records you get it.
since then, the MVP has taken a different meaning. It's a tough pull, bro. There's like 3 different answers we can have, honestly. I think Giannis' name deserves to be mentioned as well. Damian Lillard was been out for like the past month or two, and Giannis is still alongside with Jokic. They're both getting better and better every year. Arguably having their best seasons of the whole season. But I do think I think Shea earned the MVP. They're like 15 games ahead of the Nuggets. It's a tough pull. It could go either way though.
Listen, the NBA been showing their tail the whole year. If you just watch the commercial of the NBA, we already know who's going to win.
I feel like
They've been playing GNX every chance they get. They hate Canadians. SGA is not going to win the MVP, so it's obviously going to be Jokic. So come on, man. Every chance they get, they play Kendrick.
well, I'm not gonna lie. If Shea doesn't get it this year, the NBA missed out on the bag.
No cap.
I just
He'll
don't
never
see.
win.
I just don't see Shea getting snubbed back-to-back years, bro.
Yeah.
Last year, the snub last year is more reasonable than a snub this year. But I just can't take nobody overlooking the number 1 youngest team and the second youngest team in history, back-to-back seasons, taking number 1, beating that Jokic team as many times as we did. I watched too many highlights where Shea's blocking Jokic in the middle of the game. So Jokic, no matter top 3 in every category, he's not my MVP. The way I see it, Shea for sure a lock at All NBA first team. He has a scoring title now.
So is Jokic.
It's pretty open. The year where we had somebody win a scoring title, also win an MVP, was Kevin Durant in 2014.
OKC.
What are we talking about here?
Hey.
Yeah, OKC. Yeah, OKC.
And with that being said, Shea, if you don't win it this year, you just take a page out the book. You just cry about it, and then you get it the next year. Shout out to what's his name? What's his name in Minnesota that cried about Defensive Player of the Year?
Gobert.
Just trash. And then if I'm didn't be cry about it when whatchamacallit went back to back, he ain't really cry about it.
Yeah, I think it
But
goes
fans,
either way. That's very decent pull. Speaking of All NBA, 4 players are a lock for All NBA, or 3.
What 4?
Yeah, 4 players are locks for All NBA. Who gets that 5th spot?
Bro, who's the 4?
Who's the 4?
Shea Gilgeous, SGA,
Mm-hmm.
Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum.
Okay.
1 second.
Good one.
I have a name.
So as far as the 5th spot,
Ant-Man.
who gets the 5th spot?
Ant-Man or Donovan Mitchell?
Anthony Edwards, I mean, we was talking crap about him, but he did end up leading the league in 3-point made.
And somehow he jumped in the top 5 in points per game.
And I wouldn't put Ant at first team though.
Who would you put over him? Cade?
Cade
Not
is
first team.
nice
Cade
pull.
in the first team.
Cade is a nice pull, but I feel like the names. I mean, I wouldn't put Ant over Curry, respectfully.
Yeah.
Curry, the way Curry heated up the last 2 months.
Positionless. Facts. No.
It is positionless.
Yeah,
and then
it is
also
positionless.
a lot of players aren't qualified, this new 65.
It's not even qualified, baby.
Yeah, the new 65 minimum. But
Who wouldn't be qualified?
for fifth, I think for the fifth spot, I mean, they did stink up the end of the season. I do think Donovan Mitchell should get that fifth spot though. But you can't throw a spade in there. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me retract that.
Why not Ant Edwards though?
Yeah, I like Ant or Curry. That's who I like. Ant or Curry.
What's his name?
But I understand because they still the number one team in the
Yeah, they are.
East.
How bad they
Yeah.
are this season.
So I can understand why. I can understand why. But Anthony Edwards or Curry, I could rock behind that. I'm more comfortable with that answer. Let me say that.
Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Jason Tatum. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm taking Ant Edwards over Donovan Mitchell, but with all due respect.
Yeah. Definitely with everything he had to do with off the court, bro, for him to be
shows
top
balance.
five.
I was just thinking it.
Yeah,
Adversity. Legal trouble.
Not playing with it. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? Lives were at stake this season for him.
And he hurried up and got rid of it.
I don't
He
think
knows how to get distractions away.
I don't think Anthony Edwards makes for. It's a lot of names for Anthony Edwards.
It's not a lot.
I'm
That's
putting
true.
LeBron name ahead of Anthony Edwards. I'm putting LeBron, Brunson, Carl Anthony, D. Mitch, and
This
Curry.
Based off the wins, so we're basically just saying who has the better teams.
No, that's not how all NBA go.
Then
So why are you
the
saying
hell?
Carl Anthony Towns or Jalen Brunson before Anthony Edwards?
What?
What?
What are you
Yeah,
saying?
what? We want to know what? Why?
Like, tell me.
Yeah,
Please.
what?
What?
Why?
Jalen Brunson went up to New York, 26-7, 26-8 consistently. Carl Ant, his highest year rebounding the ball, stretch three. He transformed that New York team.
Transformed into what? Aren't they the same seed as last year?
He gave him a whole new identity. This is not the same team as last year.
You know,
Cool.
Anthony Edwards is averaging 28 points a game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Most threes in the league. He has more threes than Curry. Tell me the last time you heard of that.
It's happened a couple of times. It's more frequent than you think.
For Ant Edwards?
He's in his third, fourth year. What do you mean for Ant Edwards?
We thought it was a bad idea he was shooting all those threes.
Malik Beasley made more threes than Curry this year.
We thought it was a bad idea that Anthony Edwards was shooting all these threes.
I think he only shot that many threes off the stigma of him dunking off last year. Why you dunk so much?
It's because Cap was gone. The shooting presence.
Cat left too. Cat was a good three-point shooter.
That's because Cap was gone.
True.
I think LeBron 24, 8 and 8. Or Ant's what 27? What you said 27 and what?
5 and 4.
Right.
28, 9 and 4. I mean 28, 5 and 4.
Right. Jalen Brunson 26 and 7. And we ain't even got to the Cade Cunningham yet. We ain't even got to Cade Cunningham.
I think he's doing some strikes.
I respect the Cade, bro.
More than the Brunson.
Cade Cunningham 26 and 9. Hold on.
I respect the Cade.
Yeah.
Let's retract that. Hey, let's have a different conversation. 26-9.
I
Yeah.
respect the K. I respect the
tough.
K. I don't.
That's tough.
I'm not hearing that Donovan Mitchell though, or Jalen Brunson, or the Cat. I'm not hearing that.
That's bullshit, bro.
No, it's not. The reason I'm not hearing that is because, like, bro, I
That's fine. We can bump the Donovan Mitchell, but
Hey,
K
Donovan Mitchell took my girl,
Workers
so I ain't rocking with that.
and LeBron, I think LeBron first team is trash.
You are a troll.
yeah. The LeBron first team is crazy.
It's
And
not
this is the
LeBron.
problem.
It's not.
And this is
LeBron
and this is the
not making
problem.
first team.
24,
for
8, and 8.
sure.
He's the only consistent piece of that LA team. Anthony Davis left. Luka was injured coming back, and we've seen the chopped chicken he has been on defense.
People,
All NBA
people,
second team. Bron is all
people
NBA
like
second
you,
team.
Brando, is why we can't talk sports online because it's the thing called trolling. And like, we know you hate for LeBron. You bringing up LeBron right now just for us to say no is quite childish. If
Ain't
we
got
He's a
no
Bron sexual.
I know.
What do you think?
my heart.
No, he hates LeBron.
I don't have no hate in my heart.
I don't know, bro. When y'all going, he talk about Bron every chance I get.
Again, when he gets on here, he says nothing but negative things.
Bron
He brings
this,
Bron
Bron
up.
that.
He brings the tag because he hits you with a
Eric.
loop and you don't open your eyes.
Eric,
He
if you
brings
haven't
Bron
figured out
up just to talk trash.
If
He
you
didn't talk
haven't
about
figured
Bron
out
all the time.
that Brando does what he does for the pod, and you're
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like I've stopped falling for it months ago. But
Okay, how about let me
That's what I'm
rephrase.
saying. Like, bro, we're not
Who-
talking about LeBron.
Who going into the playoffs?
uh-huh.
Who are the top 5 players you want to have? Like, who are the top 5 players going into the playoffs?
Okay.
Different answer.
Shea, Luka, Curry.
Nah, that list is botched.
Nah, go ahead.
Shea, Luka, Curry, Jokic, and
All
who
right.
am I missing? Shea, Luka, Curry, Jokic, and
That list is botched.
that's 5.
Because we're not basing
Person-
this off of what the team got, right? We're just saying individual player.
Yeah. Person, you want to go or you want me to go?
Nikola Jokic,
Mm-hmm.
Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, they're on the same team. Jimmy Butler.
Thank you. If you don't take playoff Jimmy in the playoffs, you lost your mind.
I mean, getting playoff Curry.
Is
And
nothing.
the fifth dude, and the
They
fifth
gonna rub off on
dude,
each other, bro.
the fifth dude,
They rub like they
To
really
me-
were in sync yesterday, bro.
the fifth dude to me is a debate between LeBron or Luka. And I feel like that's not. It's the only reason I'm not saying Anthony Edwards is because they broke the team up.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Like, that was ridiculous.
But All NBA is different than the.
He said Anthony Edwards for playoffs too.
Oh yeah, nah. That's not it. Like Jimmy Butler is arguably top 3 in the league when he's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Hands down. If not 3.
And the fact that he's on the same team as Steph Curry, that's why I was saying, if we talking about team here, if we talking about team situation here, Nikola Jokic is not on this list either. Neither is Giannis.
Yeah.
But considering just player for player, give me Jokic, Giannis, Jimmy, Steph.
Say it.
I literally don't have that's a win-win for me.
Who's
All
your
right,
fifth?
I'm gonna say it.
My fifth is Luka.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go my 5. Give me Jokic. Give me Giannis. Y'all know how I feel about playoff Jimmy and Curry. I watched the game yesterday. I seen Jimmy facilitating and hit 3 threes, and then I seen Curry come in, hit a fadeaway 3 and 1. I turned the TV off and said, "I'm good for the night. I'll catch the score in the morning." I was safe.
Barely.
And then, honestly, bro, he been in the playoffs since his rookie year. He don't really shy from it. Give me Jason Tatum.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
Jokic, Giannis, Curry, Butler, Tatum.
That's very fair. That's very fair. See, I think I will go. I will go.
Because Luka got to play defense, and I'm not putting him on there.
I don't care.
I respect.
He the best one-on-one player in the playoffs ever.
You said he the what?
I've never seen the most dancing up at the top of the key than Luka Doncic. I've never seen it.
Go.
He has the cleanest buzzer beaters I've ever seen live, and it might have been just who was in the room, but it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it's better than Kyrie Irving and shit.
I would say my 5 going into the playoffs. I like Jokic. I like Giannis. I'll take playoff Jimmy. Ooh, dang, hold on. This is tough.
It's very tough.
I'm gonna go Luka. He just dragged that Mavericks team to the finals. And I'll just throw the wild card in. Injuries aside, Kawhi Leonard. He's at the right time.
Wow. I like that.
What him and James Harden did to the Warriors on that Sunday to put the Warriors in the play-in.
They played a great game.
So who's your 5 again, Brando? Just off
I did Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Jimmy, and Kawhi.
Yeah.
No Curry.
No Curry because I mentioned this. I think it was last week or the week before last. I don't like this Houston matchup for them. Curry was hot for the last 2 months, and Houston held him to 3 points, and the 3 points came off of a half-court buzzer beater.
What you basing it off of? Because I thought we just saying who we won in the playoff period as an individual player.
Yeah,
what do Houston
I'll take all 5 of these players over Curry today, right now. Yeah,
flip it.
Interesting.
Thank you.
It's not. I mean,
that's not crazy to say,
Curry,
bro.
It is.
Bro, Curry, bro, and Curry's.
It is.
Curry got
Curry got 4 reasons why you should take him.
Curry last ring is solidified.
I watched Curry have a hand in selling that Clippers game too. I mean, I'm not.
And respectfully, Curry's last ring trumps every name you just said almost.
Yeah.
You talking about a ring from 3-4 years ago?
Okay, and what other players did you name?
How
long ago did Giannis win a ring?
4 years ago.
He's gonna give you 30 and 15. Fact.
What the fuck Curry gonna get you?
I just told you. I've seen their game plans to shut him down. He can be shut down. Curry was quiet last night. They let Memphis come back. Curry was quiet last night until the last 2 minutes. But that whole comeback, Curry was quiet. Scottie Pippen was in his grill all game. There is ways to stop Curry at this stage. Giannis, we not stopping that. Jokic, we not stopping that. Luka is going to get his
not being stopped.
Kawhi, the best, if healthy, the best 2-way player in the league. I mean, in the playoffs.
No, like
Why
Kawhi,
not the
I
league?
like the Kawhi.
Well, I mean, league, yeah. At his best. I mean, he's actually far from that, honestly. But still, he's still like, come on. But Curry, I've watched him get put in a box for the last couple games. So no.
I mean, facts. I mean, I understand that Curry last game that they just played against Memphis, he only ended the game with 37.
Bro,
but,
and you talking about a box score. I just told you about what happened in the game. You talking about
he got him to that point where they had the lead.
Huh?
He got him to the point where they already had a lead. They were comfortable in 1. 37 is 37, buddy.
Oh my gosh. He said they got him.
37 is 37.
He said they got him. They was up enough. And
obviously they was up enough. Because it's not enough.
Bro, John
Memphis ain't have enough.
Morant hurt his ankle. They got the Warriors. The refs was a poorly officiated game. Like, no, bro. Cut it out, bro. No.
The refs is the refs. It's the NBA.
I think it's a matchup thing for me. Like when I look at the criteria based on the question that Brandon asked, like nobody has a matchup for Nikola Jokic. Nobody has a matchup for Giannis. Playoff Jimmy B, bro, is a wild card that I actually like.
Yeah,
I kind of don't understand. Like,
yeah,
like that's just something you can't even rely on. Nobody in the world can guard Luka Doncic 1-on-1.
And he can't guard nobody 1-on-1.
And he can't go. But he's scoring more than he's scoring more than he's giving up. The points that he accounts for off of points and assists, I'll take that. Which is why Nico's job should actually no longer exist. And my 5, I want to say was
Curry.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, Curry.
I understand why Brando's taking Kawhi Leonard over Steph Curry because at the end of the day, if Kawhi did not get injured in San Antonio in 2016, this Steph Curry thing would not exist.
Yeah, bro. It's not true. It was game 1, bro. It's not true.
They were up 20 points. I don't care.
It's one game, bro.
They were up 20 points. And I'm telling you, that's the most dominant performance I've seen.
It was one game.
In an NBA game. By one man.
You ever been like
injury?
Bro, you know how sometimes you just gotta get hit upside the head before you lock in, bro. That Spurs team was not gonna go win a 7-game series against them.
And that's the problem with the what ifs, bro. The what ifs.
That's the same thing with the finals, was if not that year or the next year. Cleveland was about to win the game if it wasn't for J.R. Smith. And then after that close call, they locked in and got them out of there, swept them boys easily the next 3 games. Sometimes you got to get hit upside the head. But that's neither here nor there.
Shout out Zaza Pachulia for Steph Curry's legacy.
Wow. Sound like a Bron fan to me.
Okay. I sound like a realistic fan. There is no KD to Warriors if they don't make it to the finals that year. We realize that.
So shout out to Harrison Barnes for not being
able
to make it through.
2017. KD was
I was about to say
already
Harrison Barnes.
That's Harrison Barnes. He couldn't make it through.
If Harrison Barnes didn't leave, KD probably would.
KD was.
No.
Unless they would have forced Harrison.
Are we sure that that's? Are we sure? Hold on. Keep
That
going.
was also the year Harrison Barnes left. He took all that money to go to Sacramento.
That was 2017. KD was already there.
Well, I'm pretty sure Harrison Barnes was in there
because KD and Russ played the Warriors in the conference finals. That was the KD year.
The year we blew a 3-1 lead and he decided to switch up.
Yeah, and then go help somebody else with the 3-1 lead.
That didn't need help at all, actually.
Yes, they did. That Golden State team.
They just wanted to coast.
No, bro. If we whenever we're ready to have a conversation about that Golden State team before KD got there, that team had Curry and who else?
I want Iguodala.
A 3-point making Green.
No. You tell me. In 2016, you tell me which duo are you taking? You taking Curry and Clay or KD and Russ?
Oh,
I want Iguodala.
Oh, so you can do Curry and Iguodala.
Nah, he's being funny.
Curry and Clay or LeBron and Kyrie. Like, come on, bro. That team was not that good. They had a well-oiled machine. I mean, they was really good, but as far as star power, those Warriors teams did not have that. It was Curry and the boys.
So with that logic, do you agree? Do you agree that first chip only came to fruition because Kyrie got hurt in the finals?
No.
Okay. I was one
Look
of
at his face. He
logic.
can't even keep a straight face.
Exactly.
Exactly.
No.
He's not good.
Patches, bro.
Let me
sour patches. Sour.
Let me be very clear.
When Kyrie got hurt that series, bro, I knew all hope was lost for Cleveland.
That's why he's looking away. He's not good at keeping a straight face. Facts.
No matter what Kevin Love could have did, no matter what J.R. Smith could have shot, no Kyrie, Curry's having a blast. Because who's guarding him after that? Dellavedova, George Hill?
Dellavedova is a way better guard than Kyrie. What are we talking about?
Wait, guard or what? Like playing defense?
Defender.
Okay. You got to be clear on that. I wasn't going to let you slide at all.
What are we talking about? Cut it out, bro.
But again, bro, I mean.
What do y'all think about the first round matchups for the NBA playoffs when they start Sunday?
I love it.
Yeah.
I think we have basketball.
Yeah.
In a very pure form.
And put out KD last year. He got to see Bron and Luka.
Yeah, I think they're chopped. I
Yeah.
think the Wolves are gentlemen sweep at the most. At the most. Yeah, Lakers in 5, easy.
After
Okay,
8,
and
laser paint, major pain. Say it, person.
Lakers in 5,
There
easy.
we go.
Yeah, I'm glad the Warriors are not playing the Lakers first round for sure.
Warriors are not making it out of the first round.
I don't know.
Y'all, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. Warriors are not making it out of the first round.
I don't know, bro.
That's gonna be tough,
I
bro.
don't
That's
know,
gonna be a
bro.
very
I
tough
don't know.
series.
Playoff Jimmy. You telling me they can't do it?
They can, because like I said,
And-
that was what was missing when the Warriors played the Rockets a couple weeks ago.
One was
Jimmy was
say
not aggressive at all and left a lot of room. Now, if he's going to go out there and do what he did against Memphis, dropping 30 balls, being very aggressive, we have a different conversation. And it is playoff Jimmy. I did put him in the top 5. But this series is more on Jimmy than Curry. I'm not going to lie.
But 2 things, though. With that being said, I feel like they do have a better bench, the Warriors. And not only that, it's playoff time. I feel like experience does matter. And like we said before, this is a
That's
young
what-
Houston team. A young Houston team.
Steve Kerr has gotten into his bag
Mhm.
where Jonathan Kuminga, he has not been playing the past couple games. He didn't play against the Clippers. He didn't play in the play-in. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. But that's 16 points a game that you're not playing. We're talking about a 6'8" forward who can play all 5 positions in today's basketball. And he's putting up 15, 16 points a game, and he's not playing them. So between Steve Kerr and Jimmy Butler, that's what this series is on. Like Steve Kerr need to figure out these rotations, and Jimmy Butler gonna have to step up and give the 25, 30 that he's notoriously known for giving. But like I said, I don't like the matchup for Curry though, so I wouldn't bank on Curry to win this series.
But
No,
do you?
I'll be wrong. I don't care.
As long as he has his hype man on the right of him, besides Jimmy, Curry's gonna be fine. Because you think Draymond should have let Curry get beat on the whole series? Draymond is. I would say Draymond is another piece to that mix.
Yeah, he just smoked a layup. I'm not counting on him for nothing.
I mean, Draymond gonna smoke a layup, bro. But we know Draymond's the floor general of that team. The way especially the way he was playing last night, I ain't gonna lie. Draymond was doing some shit I ain't never seen Draymond do for real in a long time. But like he's going to hold down the team the best of his ability with the scheme they have. Whatever Kurt calls, as long as it fits what they're doing at that moment.
And honestly, we saying what Curry didn't
And Buddy
do
Hield
last
trash.
year.
Oh my gosh.
And we saying what Curry didn't do last year. Let's be honest.
If Steve Kerr is drawing up plays for Buddy Hield to shoot game winners, they are not going to win this.
They're not winning the game. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna keep it whole hot.
No.
If Steve Kerr draws some shit for Buddy Hield,
bro, it's chopped, bro. So
I'd rather draw up something for Podziemski for the game winner at that point.
Yeah. Tay, I can tell you starting to get burnt up.
But what you call it? I feel like the Warriors good, bro. Because last year, Curry was more like you saying what he did. He was more like, "Who was you when I needed you, nigga?" When it came to Klay Thompson, you ain't got to worry about that with Jimmy, with playoff Jimmy. So I feel like they'll get through the Rockets.
And Ime Udoka is not like he's probably top 3, 4, 5, top 4 head coach in the playoffs. Respectfully, he just had a rude departure in Boston.
Yeah,
but they Mark Jackson him up in Boston. But
Get your bitch back.
I know y'all was kind of iffy about the Knicks. I think they make it out of that Pistons series.
I don't think so.
No.
That's
Bro,
very,
the Thibodeau 48 minutes a game doesn't work, bro.
It don't. The boys gonna be burnt out by game 3, by game 2 for real.
I think they're already burnt out.
Especially when your team, when your players are lobbying to get the bench more minutes.
Maybe his style of coaching will work better on a Rockets team that's younger, but not this type of team.
Nah, I don't think that works for anybody because it's
That's
like
also
it'd be
true.
different if they played 17 games and then got to playoffs.
Yeah. He'll be a perfect college coach.
You run 80 games. You run 80 games with 40 minutes, bro.
Cooked.
Yeah, you might be in great shape, but you're not gonna be like, nah, bro. Like,
Not to.
I think Tom is gonna catch up with this team. I got Pistons in 6.
Pistons in 6. That's tough. It's not ridiculous to say that. I think not to look too far ahead, but I do think OKC is gonna have to see the Clippers in the second round.
Talk.
They gonna have to see
As
James
long-
Harden. They gonna have to see James Harden and Kawhi Leonard in the second round.
Somebody said something about James Harden being a sleeper at the playoffs.
He would be a sleeper at the playoffs. However, no matter what capability James Harden has, they still. I mean, unless Norman Powell gives me most efficient 25, and there's a healthy Kawhi the whole series, Kawhi's really the one I fear in this mix. Playoff Kawhi's another dragon. Based off 2019, I don't care how far it is. Kawhi's still Kawhi, no matter how. I mean, he's Kawhi with bad leads at this point in his career. But like, if he was to be a fresh pair of legs this playoff go around, okay, so you'll be in trouble.
West will be in trouble.
The West would be in trouble, exactly. But they still don't put as much fear in me as much as Golden State does, even the Rockets. I fear more the more athletic younger
I didn't
teams.
say Lakers, bro.
I fear more of the athletic Lakers. I mean, no, more athletic younger teams in the playoffs than I do the Lakers, the Clippers. Yeah.
They saying.
I don't think neither team keeps up with us speed wise, transition wise. Unless Luka decides to run Coach Carter defensive plays, put his hands up, call Delilah out. Lakers not getting as far as they think they can, especially if our role players come in and beat theirs in a rotation. I don't think the Lakers have the bench to go as far as they need
first
to.
round again?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know yet. So, but I mean, the potential. I mean, all that potential is there. All that potential is there. I mean, the star power is there, but it's after the Stars play 40 minutes. What the bench do? Did the bench do more than what we did? Unless our starters shoots themselves out of the game, I don't really see much. Nothing to fear.
It very well could happen. Hence why you was at the playoffs last year. I think that the Clippers are a sleeper team or the almighty tank. And like I said, between Kawhi, I don't who's gonna guard Kawhi?
Yeah, the Nuggets are chopped, bro.
Lou
And they don't
Dort?
have no coach. Oh, you talking about?
You said who's gonna guard Kawhi?
Yeah, I do think.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, that on the flip side, just the Clippers franchise, having
Jalen Williams will easily guard Kawhi, and then Dort is all James Harden.
Easily,
for sure.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Facts.
I think Lakers, they have probably the favorable matchups. I mean, outside of Ant, ain't nobody gonna really be going. You don't have nobody to really attack Luka like that. And Ant, I don't think Ant plays like that anyway, to where he just draws out ISOs. And then they would get winner next round of Rockets Warriors.
I like Bron.
All right, exactly.
You said
and this is
Lakers Warriors.
The Lakers can win a championship, and here's how.
Oh, shit.
Listen to my words.
Talk about I gotta read the comments, man. We can't neglect our followers. We have to read the comments. We have to be present, because
read the comments.
Clippers, Almighty Tank, Clippers are slip. Almighty Tank said Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duran can be physical. Clippers are a sleeper team. Tavo, your head.
Nah.
Instagram going y'all. He said North American football is at its finest.
Who said that? You playing?
Who's, bro? That's y'all man.
Nah, hold on.
Who said that?
Who's man? Almighty Tank.
I ain't even on the line. Almighty Tank.
That's y'all man. North American football is present in the building.
That sound like who is Almighty Tank?
I don't have my phone. I can't go. check.
Wait.
But
How you
Who's
spell
on
it?
my?
Well, I'll find it.
we gotta be present, man. But yeah, I do agree. As far as the teams and the matchups for the Lakers are very favorable for them to get to the Western Conference Finals.
All they gotta do is pick
Injuries.
the killer for each team. Like the Timberwolves don't have an answer for Luka.
They don't have enough. Yeah, we
The
see
Warriors don't have an answer for LeBron. They never have.
Jimmy's.
Wait, you said tank or tank?
What?
And if Steve Kerr not gonna play Kuminga, then sure.
Well, yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But like LeBron James has always been able to go federal against the Warriors. So that means that he has to be the lead guy for that series.
Draymond, Kuminga.
You're shell, bro. You're like absolutely shell. You're absolutely shell. LeBron has had his way every time he's played the Warriors. It's just that the other people can't play. If Luka sits back in that series, bro, they breeze through in 5. I'm not playing. Same thing with the Celtics. And you can let Luka kill the Thunder by himself.
He will.
He'll kill the Thunder by himself.
Sure, Luka can get 30 if he can. If he really wants to ball out, he can get 30, 45. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Who is Luka stopping defensively?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Luka's
When
gonna
you have
guard.
a score, when you have a guard with a scoring title, when you have our small forward, our moving forward, he's just about an all NBA third team at this point because Jalen Williams had a pretty good season compared to any other season he's had. Dort easy is a lock at first defense, defensive first team. We have the number one defense. I hear y'all. Even if they do have offensive game breakers, they don't have nobody that can stop us for real. Austin Reeves is finna get beat on. We're gonna prove a point on LA and put Caruso in just to get 20 off the bench, bro. I want to hear that.
AR, we forgot about AR-15. What he said? I'm like, what he said?
Luka without LeBron.
I'm like, Luka without LeBron. You gonna see me connect with an AR-15?
Yeah.
Come on.
Connect is forget about it. You just got at this point.
Best trio in the playoffs.
At this point, you really got Brian and Luka.
Let's not forget about Bronny James.
All right, there you go.
That's how you end a podcast right
That's
there,
how you
bro.
end it.
No, wait. If Bronny get minutes in this playoff shit, if Bronny get any minutes in the playoffs, bro, the LA is just.
Hey man, they said
Family. Hey, we do it for family.
I'm gonna be real, bro. If Bronny get any minutes in the playoffs, bro. Oh no.
hey man, Lakers in 5, bro. That's good business, man. We're gonna have that draft.
6.
You said what?
Thunder at 6.
All right. We're gonna have that draft uploaded. They said shout out to Eric, aka Mr. Pick 6. And that's episode 111. Oh, I got industry.